Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call and the doors will be closing soon. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome.
So with me on this short bonus episode to make a special announcement that I believe will benefit our listeners to the show and members of our Facebook group, we have co-host Steve Sanders.
Hello.
And also we have returning guest B. Thaxton. B was on a very recent episode with co-host Rick Forbes and myself talking about the Disney Vacation Club and the great work that she does as an agent for the DVC Shop. So, welcome to the show, B. And
Hi.
Steve. And, you know, Steve and I have been running Monorail Tales now for over 3 years or about 3 years.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, part of one of Walt's many quotes says, we keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things. This is me quote now, which is, we can't stay the same. I mean, we really do have to keep moving forward with the times. And I think with that in mind, I'm ready to hear the special announcement that we have for not only just for us, for our listeners, our Facebook groups, and well,
all our friends and
yes,
families. Yeah.
Yes. So
take it away, B.
What's the announcement, girl?
We at DVC Shop are very, very happy to join forces with Monorail Tales and sponsor you guys. This means that we're going to be doing some episodes together, talking some more about Disney and DVC, and I'll be doing some hosting and just hanging out with you guys some more.
I think for me, we're still going to do, you know, Monorail Tales. Nothing really changes with Monorail Tales except it's going to get better.
All right.
We're still going to do, you know, our regular shows, you know, like Disney plus Take 3. We're still going to do the game shows and our interviews. But I think this just opens the door, B, for so much more.
Yeah,
look what we're adding.
Yeah,
that's the greatest part.
We want to come in and offer your listeners more information and specials on renting, on buying, on tickets, on different information that we may have on the parks or resorts that's not out there yet. So I think this will be a great marriage.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, the nice thing too is when we can't be there, you're there.
I'm always here, except in December and January, when I'll be in California.
Well, okay. And
we'll add that to the end of this show, okay? Because I just stay with this because I think up to now, Monorail Tales. I mean, we put some stuff on YouTube, which makes it to our website, but I am so excited, B, because I mean, you and I have talked a bit more since the interview, and I'm just thinking for all these great things that we can add to what we're already doing for our listeners. For example, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I have listened to you when you came on the podcast. DVC resorts, there's 15 of them.
Correct.
So what I would like to do is take those 15 resorts and then showcase each and every one of them with you doing the interview. Now, this would be sort of like placed on YouTube. It would be placed on, you know, our website. And also, you know, because it's going to be a slideshow / interview, it would also go on our Facebook. This just opens the door, I think, for our listeners just to learn so much more from us, I think, with your help.
Absolutely. And those will also be posted on our website and our Facebook groups. And we sponsor 15 different groups, and things will be posted in different groups at different times, depending on the subject matter. We would like to invite all of you all to join any of our groups. Our main one is DVC Disney Vacation Club members. So I think close to 80,000 people in there now. So there's always somebody in there that has information and that can answer questions.
And, the nice thing is, as we grow, we certainly will be able to do more than what we're doing right now. And I think one of the things I've been working with Rick on is once a month, we're talking about doing a competition for our listeners and our Facebook members of the group.
Ooh.
Yes. No, you're not eligible. No.
Hi.
No. Sorry.
I quit.
No. Co-hosts and members
I'm
associated with co-hosts.
I'm not a co-host. I can still play.
Oh, yes, you can. No, you can't. You're a sponsor.
Oh, come on. Are you making up the rules as you go along?
Yeah, I am.
Do something with her.
I know. Mom.
Dang. I'm going to go play with somebody else.
I know.
Hey, but I'll tell you, Rick has just come back from Disney and he bought a bag of goodies that he was able to pick up for us when he was down there. So we're starting the process. So just look out for, either on the podcast or within the group when we start to announce, a competition and how you can sort of like partake in it.
Yeah.
We're also going to be asking for your guys' help on topics, things you want to talk about, things you want more knowledge on, how we can answer questions. We want to be here for you. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Well, that's the greatest thing about it. We have, not just our listeners, but us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have questions. And what better than we have someone now that can absolutely help answer it. And hopefully with the help of audio visuals too, we can have answers and you'll be able to see things.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll do what we can.
Yep.
I'll be honest, B. I don't know how many of our listeners out there has maybe gone through the same thoughts. But there's been many a time that Steve and I have decided to go down to Disney and it's come up in conversation. Why don't we, rent points? And, what's the benefits or, the negatives, if there's any?
Absolutely.
So I know that's going to be one of the first shows I'm going to ask you to do. So we can get educated on that one.
Absolutely. We can do that.
Yes.
Now, you're pretty close to the park, right?
About, depending on which park, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. I'm on the Tampa side, closer to Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Oh, my favorite park at this moment. No, seriously, it is. It's just...
it's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's shady.
Yeah. I get amazing pictures. How often are you usually able to get to the parks on a normal year, normal month, normal day?
Prior to all of this starting,
Right.
I would go at least once a week if I had clients or friends in town, even more. But now that you have to have a reservation, and as an AP, unless I have a room reservation, I can only get a park reservation. I only have 3 of them at a time.
Right. So,
And they go quick because locals take those reservations.
Yeah.
So an AP reservation goes very quick.
Yeah.
So
But it will get better.
It will get better. They will expand and they will allow more people in the park. And when they do that, they'll open up more reservations. And right now, though, it is great.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, if you can get here, now is the time to come. It is extremely safe. Disney is doing everything that can possibly be done. And ride times, there's nothing to it. There's no wait. When you talk to Rick, I think Did you talk to Rick the other day?
No, I'm doing Rick's interview Monday evening, which I'm hoping to get this special announcement out Monday, and I'm hoping to get Rick's out either Wednesday or Friday on his report.
I know that they did, when they went to Magic Kingdom, they did all but 8 rides the first day.
Oh.
And remember, the park's closing at 7.
Yeah.
Well, more important for people like Sheila, who doesn't really like people.
I don't either.
Because you never see them in her pictures.
I agree.
And,
Oh, thank you, B.
So I'm assuming this is probably a great time for people like Sheila to get those pictures of buildings and everything without strollers.
It really is. Sheila, I have a shirt. I'll see if I can get one made for you. My t-shirt company that makes my shirts made it. It says, "I went outside today. There were people. 0 stars."
I love it. Yeah,
You know.
I mean, I'll stand by a building forever and a
She will.
day, just sort of like guessing, where my spot is to take this picture without people passing,
Oh, now see, I'll go. One of my favorite spots is to sit in front of Space Mountain and people watch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Space Mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sit in front of Space Mountain and people watch. And I have had some really crazy thoughts about people at times.
Oh. Yep. I still like Main Street for mine, but yeah.
So I did notice because I know you met up with Rick when he was down there last week, and you did some live streaming. Now, is this something that you do when you do go into the parks?
Oh, yes. I think 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was riding Soarin' and live streamed that. And the last time I saw it, it had over 11,000 views.
Okay.
Wow.
The day Magic Kingdom opened, I walked down Main Street as it opened. And the last time I saw that one, it had over 16,000 views.
Wow.
And this is what I'm saying. I mean, my head is all over the board, B, because I'm thinking of all the things that we could do to make content, not just for, Monorail Tales listeners, but, DVC Shop listeners.
Right, because we're going to be sharing everything.
Yes. Yeah. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, we could do another special like DVC. Oh, not DVC. I apologize. We could do another special like we do for Disney Plus Take 3, but we would call it, Buzzing Around with B. And you can.
Wait a minute. That was my idea.
Oh.
No, yours was pollinating or something.
Well, that's rude. No.
Yeah, I know. But
We could do a special on shops. Then we could do a special on, I don't know, different things that we see in the park, topiaries or whatever. Anything that's out there, I'm more than happy to go over and either do a video or do a live feed.
And that's where you, the listeners, come in, because if you want B to sort of like, do outside of even Disney, I'm sure she'll go to restaurants and
someone might have purchased a ticket, an annual pass for me for Universal because they opened first, and we wanted to go and see what their guidelines were and what things, safety precautions they had in line. And it's a lot of the same things, but they're not handled the same way.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Different things were enforced in different ways. So I do have an annual pass to Universal. Also, I just don't go very often. But it's there if we need it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, nothing's going to change for Monorail Tales podcast listeners. Whatever you've been listening to will still be there, but we will have more now to be able to offer you. And, once again, I say it be at the end of every show that if you want to be a guest on this podcast or you have a show idea, just let us know. We really want to get to know our listeners, and maybe we might have a DVC member out there that wants to share their own personal experience of what it was like for them. So I mean, definitely, we've cracked open the door, but the door needs to be widened open even more.
Exactly,
and I know it will be.
That goes for our members also. In all of our groups. If you, sorry.
No,
that's okay.
If you have an idea, if there's something you want to hear, if there's something you want to contribute, if you want to help us, let us know. If you have pictures, if you have video, we're going to be combining all of this stuff where it's going to be on both of our websites and our Facebook groups. We're going to be doing YouTube videos. We're going to be doing other social media sites. So it's going to get big, and it can only get bigger with your all's help.
And our listeners should know this by now, but I'm just going to say it one more time. Send me an email at Sheila@monorailtales.com, and Tales is spelt Tales.
That's pretty good for an English.
I know. Yeah, it took me 3 years to learn it, but it's there.
Or you can send me an email at bee@dvcshop.com.
I love these
We're all
emails.
Here.
Now, to go along with this little special presentation podcast, I am going to take the time, and I'm going to, because if you're like me, you don't know all the resorts, DVC resorts. I'm just going to do a slide video show to go along with this podcast, just showing the frontage of the 15 resorts. Like I said, we will be getting more in depth on those 15 resorts for YouTube. But for now, if you listen to the podcast, go check out YouTube as well, either DVC Shop's site or Monorail Tales. We're both on YouTube. And B, where can we find you besides your email?
You can find me about 10 hours a day, or 14 hours a day, which is most days, on Facebook at DVC Shop, or my group that is the company website or company Facebook page. I have one that is DVC Shop Resales. We also have DVC Shop Rentals. You can find us in our big main group, which is DVC Disney Vacation Club members. It is different than another group that is out there. We do have a picture of the Grand Floridian on our page, so you will know that you're in the right site.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And actually, at this moment, we're still in the process of doing this, but if you go to our website, there's two links, one at the top of the page of monorailtales.com and one at the bottom where you can link directly to DVC Shop as well. So, and these will
on our
all
website also to link back to you. But I don't know where it's at because I'm not IT and I haven't had time to look.
Hey, I get my son to do all my stuff. So
we've got 3 people in IT. They can help. They can do that.
So anyway, we are going to hear more from you, B. And
Yes.
as I said, Steve and I and the rest of the crew are so excited about this adventure that we are about to take. And you know what, B? Exciting times ahead for sure. But now it's time to get to work. So,
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
It's Saturday night at 8:30.
Yeah.
I know, but I got a slideshow to do.
Oh, that's true.
I do have to get
work.
type of contract.
There you go. Anyway, take care, listeners. Thank you for staying to the very end of this, and we'll all talk soon. Take care
Good
now.
night, everyone.
Good night. Good night, B. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, guys.
Good night.